Hey everyone, and welcome back to the deep dive. You guys really wanted the inside scoop on Elon Musk.
Yeah, he's been in the news quite a bit lately.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and dive deep into his world today.
Right.
We've got a summarized biography here, jam-packed with details. And let me tell you, this isn't your average rags to riches story. This is about a guy who dreams in, like, rocket launches and electric revolutions and, like, all this futuristic stuff.
It really is more like a modern myth than a typical,
Yeah.
like businessman story.
Definitely. So we're going to cut through the hype and really try to figure out what makes Elon Musk tick.
Yeah, what drives this guy?
What are his motivations? How does he operate? And what kind of impact is he actually having on the world?
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for some surprises along the way, because this deep dive is gonna take us places you might not expect.
Even for those who think they have Musk all figured out, I guarantee there's some unexpected twists and turns in here.
Definitely.
His story is really a unique lens to look at innovation through entrepreneurship and kind of that tightrope walk between pushing boundaries and dealing with the consequences.
Yeah, for sure. So let's rewind all the way back to the beginning.
Okay.
Picture young Elon Musk in South Africa, bookish kid, dealt with his fair share of bullying.
Yeah, you read about his childhood and you can really see
Oh, yeah.
how those experiences might have shaped him
For sure, but absolutely obsessed with computers.
right from the start.
This isn't just some kid playing video games. At 12 years old,
Whoa.
he teaches himself basic programming in 3 days.
In 3 days. That's incredible.
I know, talk about focus and drive right.
Seriously.
And this isn't just theoretical for him. That same year, he sells his first video game Blaftar for $500.
Get out of here.
Talk about an early entrepreneurial spirit.
Wow. I mean, that really shows you he wasn't content with just understanding how things worked.
Mm-hmm.
He had that drive to create and build,
Totally. And that restless energy, it seems like, it's a constant throughout his life.
It's really fascinating to observe this pattern,
Yeah.
He moves to Canada, then to the U.S., always seeking out bigger challenges and opportunities.
And this period is super crucial for understanding his later success.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a story of brilliant innovation, but also some pretty dramatic ups and downs.
Yeah, lots of roller coasters in this story.
Okay, so let's talk about those ups and downs. His first major venture, Zip2.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a prehistoric version of Yelp meets Google Maps.
Okay. I can see that.
An online city guide that really foresaw our obsession with location-based services before most of us even knew what the internet was, right?
Yeah.
And his work ethic during this period was nothing short of legendary.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine him sleeping at the office, begging employees to kick him awake
No
so
way.
he could keep working.
Oh, my God.
That's not just ambition, it's like an obsessive drive to succeed.
That's wild.
But here's the kicker, it paid off.
Oh, really?
He sells Zip2 for $22 million.
Wow.
That kind of validation must have been incredibly empowering.
Yeah. I mean, that's not just a pat on the back. That's like a resounding confirmation.
That his high-risk, high-reward approach, it actually worked. This early success essentially becomes a blueprint for his future endeavors.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He learns that taking big swings, pouring all that energy into a project can lead to massive rewards.
For sure, but of course not every venture is a smooth ride.
Right.
Take X.com, for example, his foray into the world of online banking.
Oh, yeah. X.com, that was a wild one.
Yeah, he faced fierce competition, internal clashes, and get this, he was ousted from his own company.
You're kidding. Talk about irony.
I know, right?
Right.
That's got to be a serious blow, right?
Oh, yeah.
Most people would walk away defeated, licking their wounds.
Yeah, you'd think so.
But Elon Musk,
What'd he do?
he does the unexpected. He stays invested in X.com, becomes the largest shareholder, and when it's acquired by eBay, boom, he walks away with over $180 million.
Oh, my gosh.
That's turning lemons into lemonade on an epic scale.
That's incredible.
I know, and this is a pivotal moment that reveals a lot about Musk.
Okay, like what?
He's resilient, he's adaptable, and he possesses this uncanny ability to turn setbacks into opportunities. And with this massive windfall, he sets his sights on something truly extraordinary.
What's that?
Space.
Space. Wait, hold on.
I know, right?
From online banking to space exploration, that's quite a leap.
Right.
How did that happen?
So this is where that lifelong fascination with space,
Yeah.
fueled by science fiction and a deep conviction that, like, humanity's future lies among the stars,
Yeah, okay, I see that.
takes center stage.
Mhm.
But for Musk, it's not just about exploration, it's about ensuring humanity's survival, like a backup plan for Earth, if you
A
will.
backup plan, that's an interesting way to put it.
Right.
Yeah.
So he joins the Mars Society, a group that was, and this is where it gets interesting,
Okay.
trying to send mice to Mars.
Mice to Mars.
I know, I'm picturing this tiny little spaceship with a little, like, mouse astronaut at the helm.
That's hilarious.
I know, but that's Musk in a
Yeah.
nutshell. He's willing to entertain seemingly crazy ideas if they push the boundaries of what's possible.
So it's like, it's not just about the goal itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's about pushing the limits of what we think is achievable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when his attempt to buy rockets from Russia falls through, I mean, the stories about this are legendary.
Oh, yeah.
He decides, fine, I'll build my own rockets.
Wow.
And thus, SpaceX is born.
Classic Elon Musk.
Classic Elon, hit a roadblock, create your own solution.
Yeah, he doesn't let anything stop him.
No, SpaceX wasn't just about building rockets, though. It was about revolutionizing the entire space industry,
Yeah.
challenging the status quo, making space travel more accessible.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty bold vision.
Definitely. But let's be real, it wasn't all smooth sailing, was it?
No, I don't think so.
SpaceX had those early failures, rockets literally exploding, millions of dollars going up in smoke.
Oof. That must have been tough.
It had to have been incredibly discouraging.
Yeah, you would think.
But those setbacks are crucial for understanding Musk's success.
Okay, I'm curious about that. How so?
Most people would throw in the towel. He didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He learned from those failures, adapted his approach, and ultimately persevered.
So it's like, failure isn't the end for him, it's just a stepping stone.
Exactly.
Huh.
This tenacity, this willingness to risk it all and keep pushing forward, that's a defining characteristic of his journey.
It's pretty remarkable.
So we've got rockets blasting off, but then he sets his sights on another seemingly impossible target.
Okay, what's next?
The car industry.
The car industry.
Enter Tesla.
Okay.
Named after the brilliant and eccentric inventor Nikola Tesla.
Oh, wow, I see the connection.
It's a clear signal that Musk is drawn to these innovative minds.
Right.
And isn't afraid to shake things up. With Tesla, it wasn't just about building electric cars. It was about transforming the entire automotive industry.
Okay, so what was his vision there?
He wanted to make electric cars not just practical, but desirable, cool, even sexy.
Yeah, he really understood the importance of image.
Yeah.
You know.
Totally. He wanted to force the giants of the auto world to evolve.
Wow.
And he was willing to take them head on.
That's gutsy,
Yeah.
going up against those established players.
But again, it wasn't easy.
Right.
High development costs, production delays, and then the 2008 financial crisis almost bankrupted the company.
Oh, yeah, that was a rough time for everyone.
That had to have been a gut-wrenching moment.
I can only imagine.
This is another test of his resolve.
Mm-hmm.
He risks everything, pours his own fortune into Tesla to keep it afloat.
Really?
That level of commitment, that belief in his vision, it's extraordinary.
Yeah, he's not afraid to put his money where his mouth is.
And once again, against all odds,
Mhm.
he pulls through.
So what happened?
Tesla not only survives, but thrives.
Okay.
They go public, become a symbol of electric car chic,
Mm-hmm.
and they start to influence other automakers.
Interesting.
He achieved what he set out to do, disrupt an entire industry.
And it all ties back to his grand vision for sustainable energy future.
Mm-hmm.
From rockets to roadsters, Musk's ventures are interconnected.
Yeah.
Pieces of a larger puzzle he's trying to solve.
I like that. And to complete the picture, he acquires Solar City.
Solar set.
Yeah, a company focused on, well,
I mean, the name kind of gives it away.
yes, solar energy.
Okay.
He's building an entire ecosystem, generating clean energy, powering homes and cars, and maybe even spaceships one day.
That's mind-bogglingly ambitious.
It really is.
But wait, he doesn't stop there.
No.
He envisions Hyperloop, this futuristic transportation system that could, like, totally redefine how we travel.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's Neuralink, perhaps his most ambitious and controversial venture yet.
Neuralink, that's the one about merging humans with computers, right?
That one.
Brain-machine interfaces, downloading your consciousness. It sounds straight out of science fiction.
Yeah, Neuralink focuses on brain-machine interfaces which allow direct communication between our brains and computers.
Okay.
It's a pretty wild concept.
Imagine a world where we can control devices with our thoughts,
Whoa.
enhance our cognitive abilities, or even upload our consciousness.
It's both fascinating and a bit unnerving, isn't it?
It's like something out of the
Right.
Matrix. It's clear that Musk tackles problems that seem almost impossible,
Hmm.
driven by this intense sense of urgency about the future.
Yeah, he sees these existential threats like climate change, the potential risks of AI, and feels like he has to act.
But does he go too far?
That's a question worth exploring.
It's a lot to process.
It really is. From a quirky kid in South Africa to a titan of industry disrupting multiple fields, launching rockets, building electric cars,
Right.
and now venturing into the realm of brain-computer interfaces.
It's pretty remarkable.
It's a journey unlike any other.
But to truly understand him, we need to dig deeper, beyond the headlines and the spectacle, to uncover the patterns in his thinking, his approach to problem solving.
All right, let's do it. What makes this guy tick?
What sets Elon Musk apart from other entrepreneurs?
Yeah.
What can we learn from his successes and his failures?
Hmm.
And perhaps most importantly, how might his ventures shape the world in the years to come?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
So throughout Musk's journey, what's really striking is this unique blend of things that have propelled him to where he is today.
Yeah, it's not just one magic ingredient.
Right? It's this potent combo, and I think first and foremost,
Yeah.
you got to look at his boldness of vision.
Okay, so he sets these outlandishly ambitious goals,
Mhm.
like colonizing Mars,
Yeah.
revolutionizing transportation, merging with AI,
Right.
and actually believes he can pull them off.
Precisely. He sets these goals that would make most people like run for the hills. And importantly, he genuinely believes they are achievable.
Mm-hmm.
And that unshakable conviction,
Yeah.
it's kind of contagious.
Yeah.
It inspires those around him to push beyond what they think is possible.
So it's not just setting the goals, it's like believing in them.
Yeah, it's got to be authentic.
Yeah.
So how does he translate these dreams into reality?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, that's where his deep technical acumen comes into play.
Okay.
He has a really profound understanding of technology, engineering, physics.
So he's not just a big picture guy, he's like down in the weeds.
Exact. I mean, he's known for diving into these nitty-gritty details.
Yeah.
Whether it's like scrutinizing rocket designs or debating the intricacies of battery chemistry, like he gets into it.
So he's challenging engineers,
Oh, yeah.
pushing the limits of what's even technically feasible.
Absolutely. I mean, he's famous for grilling his engineers, pushing
Yeah.
them to think beyond conventional wisdom.
And we've talked about his insane work ethic, practically living at the office in the early days.
Right.
Is that a consistent theme throughout his career?
Oh, it's a recurring pattern.
Okay.
He sets these aggressive timelines, pushing himself and everyone around him to work harder and faster.
But that's got to be a double-edged sword,
Of
right?
course, I mean, it's led to burnout, friction with some employees, but it's also a key factor in what he's been able to accomplish.
Mm-hmm. It's like he has this internal engine that never idles,
Yeah,
constantly pushing for more, for faster, for better.
that's a good way to put it.
But there's also something else at play here, right?
What's that?
A flair for the dramatic, a sense of showmanship.
Oh, you're spot on there. He instinctively understands the power of capturing the public's imagination.
Remember that Tesla Roadster he launched into space?
Oh yeah, iconic.
It wasn't just a publicity stunt.
Right.
It was like a masterclass in marketing.
It generated global headlines, sparked countless conversations, and made SpaceX like synonymous with this daring ambition.
It was like a scene out of a science fiction movie, but it was real.
Right, exactly. It solidified SpaceX's image as a company that dreams big and isn't afraid to push boundaries.
Mm-hmm. There are definitely parallels to Tony Stark,
Yeah,
right down to the grand gestures and the occasional controversial tweet.
but like Stark, Musk can be a polarizing figure.
Yeah.
You know, he's been criticized for his management style, for being demanding, and sometimes even ruthless.
So it's not all accolades and innovation.
Right.
There's a human cost to consider,
That's
ethical questions that need to be addressed.
It's important to acknowledge that his relentless pursuit of progress does have a shadow side.
Yeah.
The grueling work culture at his companies has been documented, and there are concerns about these unrealistic timelines.
Yeah.
You know, pushing people to their limits and potential lapses in safety protocols.
So it raises a question, do the ends justify the means?
That's a tough one. I mean,
Yeah.
are these world-changing innovations
Yeah.
worth the toll they might take on people?
Are we sacrificing the well-being of the few for the potential benefit of the many?
It's a debate that I think will continue to swirl around Musk and his companies.
Yeah.
There are no easy answers.
Yeah.
It's essential to understand the complexities of his personality, his drive, and his methods
Mm.
to really fairly evaluate his impact on the world.
So we've got this multifaceted picture of Elon Musk,
Yeah.
the visionary, the engineer, the showman,
Mhm.
and the relentless taskmaster.
It's a lot to take in.
But what's the big picture takeaway?
Yeah, what's his legacy going to be?
How are Musk's ventures actually reshaping the world?
Yeah.
Are they living up to the hype?
Yeah.
And what are the potential long-term consequences? Both positive and negative.
Okay, so let's dive into those questions.
Okay. All right.
Let's explore.
All right. So let's shift gears a bit and talk about impact.
Okay, impact.
We've established that Elon Musk is this force of nature, right?
Yeah, definitely.
This relentless innovator sets these audacious goals, not afraid to take risks.
Hmm.
But how are his ventures actually changing the world? Are they living up to the hype, or is it all smoke and mirrors?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think the answers are still unfolding,
Mm-hmm.
but we can see significant shifts happening across multiple industries,
Yeah.
and some of which can be directly traced back to Musk's companies.
So let's start with SpaceX. They've really disrupted the space industry in a way we haven't seen in decades.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, reusable rockets.
Game changer.
That's a game changer, both technologically and economically.
Absolutely. I mean, they've achieved what was once considered science fiction,
Yeah.
drastically reducing the cost of space travel with these reusable rockets like the Falcon 9.
It's opened up all these possibilities
Yeah.
that were previously unimaginable, both for scientific exploration and for commercial ventures.
Right. It's not just about launching satellites anymore.
Yeah, it's not just about putting things in orbit.
SpaceX is sending astronauts to the International Space Station, partnering with NASA, and they've got their sights set on something even bigger. Mars. Mars, exactly.
And their Starship program, with its fully reusable spacecraft, is designed with Mars colonization in mind.
It's a pretty bold vision.
It's a huge vision. Whether they achieve it within Musk's ambitious timelines
Right.
remains to be seen.
Yeah, we'll see.
But just the sheer audacity of the project, I mean, it's captivated the world's attention.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And let's not forget the spectacle.
Yeah, those rocket landings
Oh my God.
with the booster stage gracefully touching down on a drone ship in the middle of the ocean.
It's mesmerizing.
It's incredible.
It's like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's happening in real time.
Yeah, and it's reignited this public excitement for space exploration.
Totally. SpaceX has injected this sense of wonder and possibility back into space travel.
It's challenged that old idea that space is just for governments.
Mm-hmm.
Private companies are now major players, pushing the boundaries and inspiring a new generation.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so SpaceX is reaching for the stars, but what about down here on Earth?
Back down to Earth.
How is Tesla changing the automotive landscape? Are they really making a difference, or is it just hype?
Well, I think Tesla's impact on the auto industry is undeniable.
Okay.
They've proven that electric vehicles can be more than just environmentally friendly. They can be high performance,
Yeah.
stylish, and desirable.
Yeah, their Model S, Model 3, and Model X, those have become status symbols,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
attracting a loyal following and really forcing these traditional automakers to scramble to catch up.
It's funny to think that just a few years ago, electric cars were seen as these niche vehicles
Yeah.
for eco-conscious consumers.
Like you were a tree hugger if you drove an electric car.
Right.
And now they're mainstream.
It's incredible how quickly that's changed.
Every major car company is investing heavily in electric vehicle development.
Yeah, and you can trace a lot of that back to Tesla's influence.
They didn't just build a better electric car. They
Yeah.
fundamentally changed consumer perceptions.
They made them cool, aspirational, a viable alternative.
And with Solar City, Musk is trying to create this whole clean energy ecosystem, right?
Yeah, the solar panels, the Powerwall batteries for home energy storage, electric cars, it's all It's all connected.
Is this all part of his larger vision for a sustainable future?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Solar City, which is now integrated into Tesla Energy, is a key part of that vision for a world powered by renewable energy.
So as solar technology continues to improve and become more affordable,
Yeah, and as battery storage tech advances.
we're seeing a shift toward these decentralized, sustainable energy systems.
And Tesla's at the forefront.
So Musk he's pushing us towards a greener future.
It seems so.
It sounds like he's making a significant positive impact,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to address the potential downsides, right?
Right, right.
The unintended consequences that often come with rapid technological advancements.
You're right. It's crucial to look at the full picture, the good and the bad.
Like, for example, there are valid concerns about the environmental and social impacts of lithium mining for batteries,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
which is essential for electric vehicles and large-scale energy storage.
Yeah, we can't ignore those issues.
And let's not forget Neuralink.
Oh, yeah, Neuralink.
The idea of brain-machine interfaces,
Mm-hmm.
it's fascinating and a little frightening.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
What are the ethical implications of merging human consciousness with technology?
Right. Is it a path to utopia or a slippery slope to dystopia?
It's a question we as a society really need to grapple with as these technologies advance.
Yeah, we need to start having these conversations now before it's too late.
So Musk argues that Neuralink could have these profound benefits.
Yeah, like treating neurological disorders,
Mm-hmm.
enhancing human capabilities.
But there are concerns about privacy, autonomy,
Mm-hmm.
and the potential for misuse.
Those are valid concerns.
It seems like with Elon Musk, there's always this tension
Yeah,
between the potential benefits and the risks they might pose.
it's like he's constantly pushing the
I feel
envelope.
like it's a reminder that progress isn't always straightforward.
Right.
And these technological advancements often come with ethical dilemmas.
Yeah, and we need to be proactive in addressing them.
So I think what we've learned today is
Yeah.
that he's a complex and contradictory figure.
For sure.
This visionary entrepreneur who's driving us towards a potentially brighter future,
Mm-hmm.
but also raising these profound questions.
Yeah, about technology and its impact on humanity.
I mean, he embodies these contradictions of our times,
Yeah.
the boundless optimism of technological progress,
Yeah.
but also these lurking anxieties about the unintended consequences.
It's a delicate balance.
He challenges us to think critically about the future we're creating,
Yeah.
to weigh those potential benefits against the risks,
Absolutely.
and to actively participate in shaping the world we want to live in.
I think that's a great way to put it.
And maybe the most intriguing question that remains
Okay, what's that?
is Elon Musk a modern-day Thomas Edison?
Okay, interesting comparison.
This brilliant inventor with a flawed personality who ultimately leaves a positive mark on the world?
Mm.
Or is he something entirely new?
Ooh.
A harbinger of a future where the lines between technology and humanity become increasingly blurred?
And all the uncertainty that come with that?
With all the uncertainties, that's a question we'll all have to ponder.
Yeah, something to think about.
As Elon Musk continues to push the boundaries and reshape the world around us,
He's certainly not slowing down.
this deep dive has only scratched the surface.
It's just the beginning.
But hopefully it's given you a deeper understanding of the man behind the myths,
Yeah.
the motivations driving his ventures, and the potential impact, both positive and negative, that his work may have on the future.
It's a future that we're all a part of, shaping.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Elon Musk.
Always a pleasure.
We'll see you next time for another fascinating journey into the depths of knowledge.